Party people, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are working on day 13 and this is what I made. It is a swivel page documenting my holiday wish list. I did some stamping. I used a pie chart. So if you're interested in seeing how this came together, then please keep watching. All right, friends. So my idea for this page was to document my wish list. I figured since we are halfway through December, I wanted to kind of reflect on the December I've had so far and document my hopes for the rest of the season. I document up until day 25 for my album just because that's where I feel comfortable stopping, but the month doesn't stop there, and I actually have the week up until the week from Christmas to New Year's, the day after New Year's Day, off from work, so there's plenty of time in that week to keep enjoying the season before we go back into a new year. So I just made a wish list, and it's quite long, you see, and my plan was to use the pie chart. If you attended the December Daily Prep Party, Allie had a download for a pie chart. So I went ahead and I resized the pie chart to be, I think this is like 7.5 inches, and I cut, I took it in Photoshop and I cut the pieces so that it fit, the pie chart. And I broke down the categories on my list into five categories, I guess. I broke down the things on my wish list into 5 categories. And I pulled out 5 alphabet stamps. These are all from Carrie Bradford. I have a Carrie Bradford problem. So I pulled out 5 alphabet stamps, and then I pulled out 5 inks that felt particularly festive. They're all from Concord and Ninth. So I have dove, parsley, evergreen, mushroom, and cranberry. And I'm just going to stamp, do some repeat stamping on these 5 pie chart segments. And I'll come back when I'm finished to finish up the page. So we're done with the stamping, and I am, oh Lord, I am so pleased. I am so pleased with how that came out. It's, I guess, I don't know, it's kind of cool when you have a vision and the vision comes and works out exactly the way you wanted it. It looks exactly the way I thought it would look in my head, so I'm really happy about that. I will say that I did not do the best job with cutting out these pie pieces, but I think it's kind of fun that they're not perfect. I definitely thought, I will say, I definitely thought that they would fit better, but they don't. And I fiddled with the sizing of this in Photoshop for far longer than I care to admit. So I am going to attempt to glue this down. I will not make you watch me do that because I can already tell there's going to be lots of guessing and checking. With this, I have Photoshop open right next to me, so I can figure out what I'm doing. So the thing is, I want to put some on foam squares. So it would make sense to stick them down in a circumferential fashion, but I want to put some of them on foam squares. And if I do that, if I stick them down in a, like I want to put opposite on foam squares. So we will see. I'm going to just start sticking these down and see how far I get. Like those fit okay. They're not, I'm just looking at it from now and I already know that they're not going to fit perfectly. And this is something not homemade, handmade. So like the organic nature of it, like it's going to be kind of organic and kind of rustic. And when you do something like this, that's just the reality of the situation. So I'm just going to fuss with this and see if I can get it to as close to lined up as possible. And then I'll come back when I'm finished with it. Okay, so I'm done. You'll notice that this does not overlap well. I thought I did a really good job of cutting this out. And it turns out that I did not do as good a job as I thought I did. And it doesn't overlap well. So I figured what I would do is I would cover up my terrible job with this circle. So I'm doing a circle on a circle, and then I put a number 13 right in the middle of the circle, and that'll be how I mark my numbers. This is acetate, right? These acetate circles, they came in a pack like this. They came in the kit last year. Last year was the year that Ali had did a bunch of like rose gold and black in the kit, and I'm such a fan of that. That is like peak aesthetic. Like if you could give me rose gold all day every day and then you add black and shiny bits, and I'm all about it. And then this 13 was the number in the main kit this year, and I love wood veneer. I love this number for a few reasons. One, I love the size of it. Like I like the scale of it. I like that it's not so small that it's invisible, but it's not so big that it's like obtrusive and it becomes the like focal point of a layout. And I like wood veneer. I really do enjoy working with wood veneer. So I popped that right on the center of my circle, put my stamp block on it for a few seconds just to give it like some time to cure. And then I'm going to attach it to my story underneath. Now I want to make sure that my journaling is straight before I put this circle on top of it, because once I put it together, oh Lord, I thought that was stuck down. All right, I'll have to do that again. See, that was real time. Once I put these together, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to punch the hole in this first. I think that'll be easier, is punching the hole in this one first, because I know where now I don't know where the center is. I'm second guessing myself. That right where this T is the center. I think. God, we're going for it because I can't keep playing with that. Also it's a circle, so that works. All right, so I punched the hole in that, and I'm just going to take a look at this. This looks okay. This is like the easiest part of this page, and I am really second guessing. I just want to make sure that when this goes down, it goes down straight. So for it to go down straight, I need to make sure that when I punch the hole, I punch the hole straight. So I'm actually going to take a pencil and put a little mark where I think that hole is going to be punched. Because that helps me straighten it out and find the midline. Okay. So let's just double check that. That is straight. All right, we're going for it. I can't keep doing this. Again, this is probably the easiest part of this whole thing, and it's the thing I'm agonizing over the most. I just want to make sure that when I stick it down, my words aren't crooked, because that would be the worst. Okay, that is pretty straight. And I hand cut all of this, I will say. I thought my silhouette and where did I put this hole? Oh, it's over there. I thought my silhouette and I were bros enough that I could use print and cut, and my silhouette and I are not bros. It does some things, and other things it refuses to cooperate. So I thought I would print and cut my journaling, and Joshua will tell you that there are like six scraps of printed and cut journaling, where the silhouette and I had a difference of opinions. That's the short version. I thought it should do one thing. It thought I was asking for too much and did something completely different. So I'm just going to stick this back page down with some tape runner, and we are done with day 13. I think right now, at least, after all of the super busy pages, I'm craving places of rest. There's not a need to have something be super busy every single day. Is that centered? It's like 2 inches on this side. It's almost centered, but not quite. I'm really craving places for rest in my album. I just want things to like chill out a little bit. Also, if I really do want to stand a chance of fitting this whole thing in one album, which I think I might be spot on and heading towards doing that. If I really want to stand the chance of fitting the whole thing in one album, I gotta take it easy with the super busy, super dynamic pages. And that's not to say that I won't do any more for the rest of the month, but there's no reason to do that every day. And I really like how this looks. I think this is probably the cleanest thing I've ever made. Maybe the day 10 page was pretty clean, but I think besides day 10, this is the cleanest thing I've ever made beyond December Daily. I love that the stamping is front and center. I love that I have the pie chart. I love that my pie chart has divided my list into different categories. I will quickly read you my list while I put this stamp block on top of this 13. If this comes off again, I'm going to pull out some red line tape and stick it down. So we'll see. And I have this tiny words, tiny phrase stickers. I'm going to pick up this one that says the best part of the holidays and just add a little bit of red. So this isn't all black and white. And I use a few different digital stamps. The December in Allie's handwriting is from like a previous, from the Storytelling with December Daily class, actually, which was the first class I took from Allie Edwards. My very first Allie class was Storytelling with December Daily, because December Daily was the first project I ever finished. When I first started scrapbooking back in 2016, that was the first year I ever made anything. I started with December Daily and I finished my first one thanks to that class. So this is from that class. The wish list is from the Paisley Press stamp last year. So I just wrote, and it's in list style, so not all the sentences are complete. Some of them are just fragments. I wrote, shorter days with less busy and more rest. I am slowly realizing that I do not need to fill every moment of every day, and there is room and space and a need for quiet. More room to cuddle and fall even harder in love with Isaac. He's already such a joy. Hot chocolate game nights at home, even if it means I'm signing up to lose and for the inevitable gloating. Matching pajamas. Fruitcake and ham, even if I have to bake it myself. But also, please don't let that happen. That might not go the way I want it to. Enough snow to make everything bright and white, but not enough snow so that my commute is ruined and everyone gets a bit grumpy. It's a fine line we walk in New York City, and 1 inch is enough to put everyone over the edge. Weekend brunch dates at the farm on Adderley Place, a trip to see the Brooklyn Botanical Garden light show or to the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree, or to both. Both is always an option. Ice skating, even though I'm terrible at it and will probably fall and Joshua will laugh louder than he should. Traditions like this must be born even when they hurt. Family, always family, and all of the combinations and configurations we find it in. The readiness to set it down. You know what it is. That's not yours to carry anymore. Nightly cups of tea. Cookie baking. More hope of the extravagant variety, if I can be nitpicky. A cleaner and less cluttered home. The New Year's cleaning bug has bitten me earlier than it normally does, and I'm already making a list of what we'll be letting go. Joy and peace and twinkling lights, but also maybe not in that order. The courage to take small steps forward when my heart asks for it, and to be gentle with myself when that's what it needs. So that is my mid-month check-in and holiday wish list for what I'm hoping for the rest of December. I am so pleased. You guys, I feel like this album, after taking such a impromptu hiatus from scrapbooking, I feel like this project was just what I needed for me to feel like rejuvenated and energized and excited about memory keeping. So yeah, that's how it goes. I just punch the holes in. It's going to go right in the book like this, because for what I have planned for day 14, which is where I'm documenting my one little word, is it's a full size page with lots of text and stuff. So that will go behind this. But that's all I have for you today. It swivels. I'm super proud of that. So that's all I have for you today. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. I am sorry about all the noise. We live in an apartment in New York City, so if that's coming in, super sorry about that. But yeah, I'll see you for day 14. So till next time, keep it crafty and have the very best day, and I'll see you around. Bye for now.